Hey baby girls, I've got the beautiful Rachel in my studio today and we're going to give her the most relaxing, satisfying, dreamy pedicure so her feet are summer ready. So let's make her feet feel brand new so she's ready to tackle the world again. So before we do anything, we're going to soak her feet in some hot bubbly water, and I'm using Aesop Geranium Cleanser, Resurrection and Reverence for my foot soak. For my exfoliator, I'm using Tropic Body Smooth Refreshing Polish. This stuff is incredible. It leaves your skin feeling silky smooth. Now I'm using my nail brush to really work on those nails to make sure there's no dirt or debris sat between the cuticles, and also this helps soften the cuticles so it's easier to be removed. Now I'm using my pumice stone to loosen up the hard skin on the bottoms of the heels. Remember, your pumice stone always works better when your feet are wet and in water. I'm making sure to fully dry the feet, going in all the cracks and crevices, ready to start the pedicure. So my first product is my Dior Cuticle Remover. So this is going to further help soften the cuticles so it's easier to be removed. So this is my Navy Professional Doris Cuticle Pusher. It really helps push those cuticles back without applying too much force and causing trauma to the nail. My cuticle nippers are also by Navy Professional, and these are the Helen fine bladed cuticle nippers. There's just something so satisfying about watching all these dead cuticles be removed. I'm now just hooking that nail that has been digging into Rachel's skin up and out using my Navy Professional Martha Precision Nail Paddle tool. This tool is incredible for anybody who struggles with ingrowing or impacted toenails. Moving on to cleansing the nail plate, and I'm using my Dior micellar water to gently cleanse all that dirt and debris from the nails. So now I'm cutting the nails and I'm using my Navy Professional Beryl nail clippers for precision. So these are just going to tidy the nails and make them more uniform. I'm trying to make them as symmetrical as I can. Rachel has already had a go at trimming them so they wasn't too unsymmetrical or too long. Now I'm going to file the nails, and believe it or not, this is one of my favourite steps to do in a pedicure. I find once you have shaped the nail, they begin to look so much neater and it transforms the toes. Using my hourglass kabuki brush, I just brush off all the dust from filing. My drill then comes out and I use this to remove any hard skin around the nail plate. I find this is so much easier than trying to do this with a nail file. Sometimes the nail files can be quite sharp on the corners and you can cut the skin. For my foot file, I use these disposable foot file pads. I get these from AliExpress and they work out super cheap and affordable. Now I'm using my fresh hot cloths to remove all the dust from Rachel's feet. Let me tell you, this step feels absolutely incredible. Now I'm just buffing the nail plate to prep the toes ready for the gel polish. Remember, when using gel polish, the nails need to be a little bit grippy so the gel has something to adhere to. Remember to prep the nail using some alcohol wipe or some acetone to dehydrate the nail ready for the polish. I'm now using my Babor Rose Soothing Toner to soak in to hydrate and soothe the skin whilst I paint the nails. So now I'm using the Gel Bottle 2-in-1 base coat. So believe it or not, when I first started using the gel bottle, I actually thought this was a 2-in-1 base and top coat. Don't know why, but I did. And on about 3 of my clients, I applied this base coat to the top and the bottom of the polish. And a few days later, I had my clients texting me saying their nails had all cracked. I was absolutely mortified. But when I dug a little bit deeper, I realised this 2-in-1 base coat was not a top coat. So after fixing all my clients' nails, I never used this 2-in-1 base coat for a top coat ever again. So the colour we're using today is by the Gel Bottle and it's called Torte. This is one of my favourite colours, but it is like Marmite. You either love this colour or you hate this colour. So finishing with my extra shine top coat, yes, top coat, to seal in all that polish and make them look glossy, gorgeous and amazing. I'm now using my Hurlem London Copper Dew All Over Nourishing Oil. So you can use this for literally any area on your body. You can use this as a cuticle oil, also a massage oil, a facial oil. It is absolutely beautiful. I think this might be one of my new favourite products. It's an all-in-one, it's inexpensive and it's incredible. So now it's time for everybody's favourite bit, the foot and leg massage. So sit back, relax and unwind whilst I release all the tension and stresses from Rachel's feet. Here's a reminder what Rachel's feet looked like before. The cuticles were dry, the skin on the bottom needed some TLC, and there was ready for a loving pedicure. And just look at the difference of what a pedicure can do for you. She's now beach ready with beautifully soft heels and beautifully painted toes. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!